very light. Someone is looking at me still, caring for me still. That is what I find so wonderful. Eyes on my eyes. What is that unforgettable line? Willie? Willie? May one still speak of time? Say it is a long time now, Willie, since I saw you, since I heard you. May one? One does. There's so little one can speak of. One speaks of it all one can. I used to think that I would learn to talk alone. By that I mean to myself, the wilderness. But no. Ergo, you are there. Oh, no doubt you are dead like the others. Oh, no doubt you have died or gone away and left me like the others. It doesn't matter. You are there. The bag, too, is there, the same as ever. I can see it. The bag is there, Willie, as good as ever. The one you gave me that day to go to market. That day. What day? I used to pray. See, I used to pray. Yes, I must confess I did. Not now. No. Then, now. But difficulties here for the mind. To have been always what I am and so changed from what I was. I'm the one. I say the one, then the other. Now the one, then the other. There is so little one can say. One says it all one can. And no truth in it anywhere. My arms, my breasts. What arms, what breasts. Willie. What Willie? My Willie. Willie? Willie! Well, not to know for sure. Great mercy, all I ask. Yes, then, now. Beechen green, this. Charlie, kisses, this, all that. Deep trouble for the mind. But it does not trouble mine. Not now. No. Eyes float up that seem to close in peace, to see in peace. Not mine, not now. No. Willie, do you think the Earth has lost its atmosphere, Willie? Do you, Willie? You have no opinion, huh? Well, that is like you. You never had any opinion about anything. It's understandable. Most. The Earth ball. See, I sometimes wonder. Perhaps not quite all. There always remains something of everything. Some remains. If the mind were to go. It won't, of course. Not quite. Not mine. Not now, no, no. It might be the eternal cold. Everlasting, perishing cold. Just chance, I take it. Happy chance. Oh, yes. Great mercies, great mercies. And now, the face. The nose. I can see it. The tip, the nostrils, breath of life. That curve you so admired. A hint of lip, if I pout them out. The tongue, of course, you so admired. If I stick it out. The tip. Suspicion of brow, eyebrow. Imagination, possibly. Cheek. No. No. Even if I puff them out. No. No damask. The bag, of course. Little blurred, perhaps, but the bag. The earth, of course, and the sky. The sunshade you gave me that day. That day. The lake. The reeds. What day? What reeds? Brownie, of course. Remember Brownie, Willie? I can see him. Brownie is there, Willie, beside me. Brownie is there, Willie. That is all. What would I do without them? What would I do without them when words fail? Gaze before me with compressed lips? I cannot. Oh, yes, great mercies. Great mercies. Sometimes I hear sounds. But not often. They are a boon. Sounds are a boon. They help me through the day. The old style. Yes, those are happy days when there are sounds. When I hear sounds. I used to think. I used to think they were in my head. No, no, no. That was just logic. Reason. I have not lost my reason. Not yet. Not all. Some remains. Sounds like little sunderings, little falls apart. It's things, Willie. In the bag, outside the bag. Yes, things have their life. That's what I always say. Things have a life. Take my looking glass. It doesn't need me. The bell, it hurts like a knife. A gouge. One cannot ignore it. How often? I say, how often have I said, ignore it, Winnie, ignore the bell. Pay no heed. Just sleep and wake as you please. Open and close the eyes as you please, or in the way you find most helpful. Open and close the eyes, Winnie, open and close, always that. But no, not now. And now. And now, Willie. my story, of course, when all else fails. A life. A long life. Beginning in the womb where life used to begin. Mildred has memories. She will have memories of the womb before she dies, the mother's womb. She is now 4 or 5 already, and has recently been given a big waxen dolly. Fully clothed, complete outfit. Shoes, socks, undies, complete set. Frilly frock, gloves, white mesh. A little white straw hat with a chin elastic. Pearly necklace. A little picture book with legends in real print to go under her arm when she takes her walk. China blue eyes that open and close. The sun was not well up when Millie rose, descended the steep, slipped on her nightgown, descended all alone the steep wooden stairs, backwards on all fours, though she had been forbidden to do so. Tiptoed down the silent passage, entered the nursery, and began to undress Dolly, crept under the table, and began to undress Dolly, scolding her the while. Suddenly a mouse! Gently, Winnie.
Willie? I sometimes find your attitude a little strange, Willie. All this time. It's not like you to be wantonly cruel. Strange. No, not here, not now. And yet, I do hope nothing is amiss. Is all well, dear? God grant he did not go in head foremost. You're not stuck, Willie. You're not jammed, Willie. Perhaps he is crying out for help all this time and I do not hear him. I do, of course, hear cries. But they are in my head, surely. Is it possible that... No, my head was always full of cries. Faint, confused cries. They come, then go, as on a wind. That is what I find so wonderful. They cease. Ah, yes, great mercies, great mercies. The day is now well advanced, and yet it is perhaps a little soon for my song. To sing too soon is fatal, I always find. On the other hand, it is possible to leave it too late. The bell goes for sleep and one has not sung. A whole day has flown. Flown by, quite by, and no song of any class, kind, or description. Problem here. One cannot sing just like that. No. It bubbles up for some unknown reason. The time is ill chosen, one chokes it back. One says, now is the time, it is now or never, and one cannot, simply cannot sing. Not a note. Another thing, Willie, while we are on this subject, the sadness after song. Have you run across that, Willie, in the course of your experience? No? Sadness after intimate sexual intercourse one is familiar with, of course. You would concur with Aristotle there, Willie, I fancy. Yes, that one knows and is prepared to face. But after song... It doesn't last, of course. That's what I find so wonderful. It wears away. What are those echoes? exquisite lines. Go forget me if I should something or that something shadow fling. Go forget me if I should sorrow. Brightly smile, go forget me. Never hear me, sweetly smile, brightly sing. One loses one's classics. Oh, not all. A part. A part remains. That's what I find so wonderful. Part remains of one's classics to help one through the day. Oh, yes. Many mercies, many mercies. And now. And now, Willie. I call to the eye of the mind, Mr. Shower, our cooker, hand in hand in the other hand's bags, getting on in life, no longer young, not yet old, standing there, gaping at me. Can't have been a bad bosom, he says, in its day. Seen worse shoulders, he says, in my time. Does she feel her legs, he says. Is there any life in her legs, he says. Has she anything on underneath, he says. Ask her, he says, I'm shy. Ask her what, she says. Is there any life in her legs? Has she anything on underneath? Let go of me, for Christ's sake, and drop dead. But no. No. I watch them recede, hand in hand, and the bags. Dim, then gone. Last humankind to stray this way. Up to date. And now, hell. Hell, Willie. No. Suddenly a mouse ran up her little thigh, and Mildred, dropping Dolly in her fright, began to scream. Ah! And screamed and screamed. Ah! And screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed till all came running in their night attire, Papa, Mama, Baby, and old Annie, to see what was the matter. What on earth could possibly be the matter? Too late. Too late. Willie. Ah, well, not long now, Winnie. Can't be long now until the bell. Then you may close your eyes. Then you must close your eyes and keep them closed. I say that again. I used to think there was no difference between one fraction of a second and the next. I used to say, Winnie, you are changeless. There is never any difference between one fraction of a second and the next. Why bring that up again? There is so little one can bring up. One brings up all one can. My neck is hurting me.
That's better. Everything within reason. I can do no more, say no more. But I must say more. What are those immortal lines? It might be the eternal dark black night without end. Just chance, I take it. Happy chance. Oh, yes, abounding mercies. And now, Willie, that day, the pink fizz, the flute glasses, the last guest gone, the last bumper with the bodies nearly touching, the look. What a day. What look. I hear cries. Sing. Sing your old song, Winnie.
Well, this is an unexpected pleasure. Reminds me of the day you came whining for my hand. I worship you, Winnie, be mine. Life a mockery without wing.
What a get-up. Do look a sight. Where are the flowers that smiled today? Where were you all this time? What were you doing all this time? Changing? Did you not hear me screaming for you? Did you get stuck in your hole? That's right, Willie. Look at me. Feast your old eyes, Willie. Does anything remain? Any remains? No. I haven't been able to look after it, you know. You are still recognizable in a way. Are you thinking of coming to live this side now? For a bit, maybe? No. Just a brief call. Have you gone deaf, Willie? Dumb? Oh, I know you were never one to talk. I worship you, Winnie, be mine, and then nothing from that day forth, only titbits from Ranald's news. Oh, well, what matter? As I always say, it will have been a happy day after all. Another happy day. Not long now, Winnie. I hear cries. Do you ever hear cries, Willie? No? Willie? Look at me again, Willie. Once more, Willie. Ah. What ails you, really? I never saw such an expression. Oh, put on your hat, dear. It's the sun. Don't stand in ceremony. I won't mind. Oh, I say. This is terrific. Oh, come on, dear. Put a bit of jizz in it. I'll cheer you on. Is it me you're after, Willie? Or is it something else? Do you want to touch my face? Again? Is it a kiss you're after, Willie? Is it something else? There was a time I could have given you a hand. And then a time before that again when I did give you a hand. You were always in dire need of a hand, Willie. Have another go, Willie. I'll cheer you on. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Have you gone off your head, Willie? Out of your poor old wits, Willie?
When?
Oh, this is a happy day. This will have been another happy day. After all, so far. So I say not what I may not let you hear. Yet this swaying dance is saying, love me, dear. Every touch of fingers tells me what I know. Says for you it's true, it's true. You love me